Weapon designation PI-AT. Project initiation 1941, requirement anti-armor. Backblast elimination priority. Indoor firing mandate. Urban combat requirement. Spigot mortar selection. No rocket motor, no recoil system. Spring-driven propulsion. Massive internal spring. High preload force. Manual cocking required. Bodyweight compression. Operator-prone posture. Foot stirrup engagement. Barrel tube absent. Spigot rods central. Bomb tail hollow. Tail cup engagement. Primer base impact. Spring stores energy. Release via trigger. Spigot accelerates forward. Bomb inertia resists. Primer struck internally. Propellant ignites. Short impulse generation. Spigot halts abruptly. Bomb continues forward. No exhaust plume. No rearward blast. Confined space usable. Room firing feasible. Cellar firing possible. Trench firing allowed. Operator concealment improved. Signature reduction achieved. Engineering trade accepted. Mechanical complexity high. Spring steel specification. High carbon alloy. Heat treatment critical. Oil quench process. Tempering cycle controlled. Fatigue risk elevated. Crack initiation probable. Spring length substantial. Wire diameter thick. Coil count numerous. Stored energy extreme. Cock force excessive. Reported force values over 100 kilograms. Manual leverage insufficient. Whole body used. Boot placement required. Ground stability necessary. Mud impedes cocking. Snow impairs traction. Combat stress complicates. Time to cock long. Seconds exceed tolerance. Enemy fire exposure. Reload under threat. Second shot delayed. Doctrine single shot. Withdraw immediately advised. Sights rudimentary. Simple peep rear. Fixed front blade. Trajectory arcing steep. Effective range short. Nominal 100 meters. Practical closer range. Accuracy inconsistent. Bomb weight heavy. Approximately 15 kilograms. Carriage burdensome. Ammunition bulk large. Two-man team doctrine. Loader assists cocking. Loader vulnerability increased. Team coordination required. Training emphasized drills. Training accidents frequent. Spring slips reported. Hand injuries documented. Broken fingers recorded. Wrist fractures noted. Facial injuries occurred. Recoil absent technically. Forward jolt severe. Shoulder impact reported. Stock padding minimal. Ergonomic neglect evident. Design rushed wartime. Manufacturing distributed. Factories repurposed. Tolerance variation observed. Spring strength variance. Cocking difficulty uneven. Quality control strained. Inspection reports critical. Rejected springs scrapped. Material shortages persistent. Alloy substitutions attempted. Performance deviations followed. Bomb design complex. Shaped charge liner. Copper cone formed. Explosive filling stable. Penetration adequate. Armor defeat sufficient. Angle sensitivity present. Standoff fixed. Spigot length defines. Detonation. Fuse impact. Safety pins mandatory. Handling procedures strict. Dropped bomb hazards. Premature detonation risk. Transport regulations issued. Packaging reinforced crates. Weight limits exceeded. Infantry complaints logged. Reports filed upward. Bureaucratic acceptance granted. Alternatives considered earlier. Rocket launchers studied. Backblast rejected indoors. Recoilless concepts shelved. Spigot retained despite cost. Procurement debates heated. Field trials accelerated. Live fire tests conducted. Concrete targets used. Armor plate trials. Penetration measurements logged. Spring failures during tests. Spigot bending observed. Heat buildup minimal. Rate of fire low. Maintenance requirements high. Lubrication specified. Corrosion issues noted. Moisture ingress common. Field stripping awkward. Tool requirement minimal. Training manuals verbose. Warnings emphasized cocking. Medical advisories circulated. Operator selection criteria. Physical strength required. Smaller soldiers disadvantaged. Gender integration irrelevant. Deployment theaters varied. Urban Europe focus. Jungle issues surfaced. Humidity affected springs. Mud clogged mechanisms. Cleaning frequency increased. Logistics burden heavy. Ammunition resupply slow. Vehicle carriage preferred. Infantry resentment documented. Yet tactical niche valued. Indoor ambush capability. street fighting advantage, engineering compromise accepted, risk knowingly borne, design philosophy utilitarian, human cost discounted, reports acknowledged danger, no redesign approved, production continued unchanged, war urgency dominant, post-war evaluation critical, lessons recorded quietly, weapon retired gradually, doctrine shifted rockets, historical assessment mixed, engineering triumph partial, operator hazard undeniable, post-war reports compiled, committee reviews conducted, accident statistics aggregated, injury frequency quantified, training injuries prominent, operational casualties noted, data classification restricted, public disclosure minimal, engineering blame diffused, responsibility unclear, design authority protected, procurement officers defended, urgency cited repeatedly, comparative trials revisited, captured weapons analysed, foreign launchers evaluated, rocket tubes contrasted, backblast disadvantages reiterated, indoor use prohibited elsewhere, British insistence maintained, spigot logic reaffirmed, physics explanation documented, momentum transfer emphasised, impulse duration calculated, spring constant derived, energy storage equations, material limits acknowledged, yield margins narrow, safety factor reduced, wartime expediency justified, manufacturing notes archived, tooling wear recorded, coil winding defects, surface pitting observed, shot peening inconsistent, fatigue life shortened, inspection intervals adjusted, still failures persisted, field modifications discouraged, unauthorized padding attempted, unit level improvisation, command reprimands issued, standardization enforced, doctrine pamphlets revised, cocking technique detailed, body alignment specified, foot placement diagrams, prone leverage taught, stress warnings repeated, combat realism lacking, live training limited, ammunition scarcity constrained, dry drills common, false confidence resulted, first combat use shocking, reload impossibility realized, single engagement doctrine hardened, fallback tactics stressed, smoke cover recommended, yet seldom available, infantry adaptation uneven, veteran accounts suppressed, official tone neutral, medical logs impersonal, treatment protocols updated, splinting instructions added, evacuation delays recorded, morale considerations omitted, design meetings reconvened, improvement proposals logged, assisted cocking devices suggested, rejected for the complexity, hydraulic aids proposed, weight penalty unacceptable, gas assistance studied, contradicted simplicity mandate, redesign timeline impossible, war end approaching, production quotas fixed, supply contracts binding, cancellation penalties feared, thus continuation ordered, stockpiles accumulated, depots filled, post-war surplus stored, training schools retained, later disposal arranged, export restrictions applied, Allied interest limited, doctrine divergence evident, Cold War rockets favoured, spigot concepts sidelined, engineering papers archived, lessons internalised slowly, human factors reconsidered, ergonomics field expanded, future weapons redesigned, backblast solutions improved, recoilless rifles adopted, rocket motors refined, operator safety increased, historical footnote remains, documentation unemotional, numbers dominate narrative, design intent clear, risk accepted knowingly, outcome measured tactically, cost paid physically, records end abruptly, no memorial included,